Welcome, Umpluvings! It's La Luna, and I'm sure in the last couple of days you have definitely all seen. Sorry, my titbits are falling off. If only my tits would fall off. But anyway, seen the miraculous big orb that is our moon. Isn't it absolutely splendid? I know this is going to irritate me. Anyway, yes. So, welcome, Cameron. Hello, Mr. Panisha, and those all that are watching. If you haven't already and you think I'm totally La Luna, give us a like and a subscribe. I've been told by TG I have to say these things now. But yes, so this amazing force that is now we are seeing because we are right in front of the earth and it's casting, now listen to me, right in front of the sun, and the earth is casting a shadow, and this is what's projecting onto the moon, and that's why we have this eclipse. And it's also, it hasn't been like this close, I think, in 2 years that it's happened. So it's very, very ostentatious, and it's sort of very powerful. A lot of people are feeling, I think, at this time, and that's because of all the bullshit, and we're so exposed to all the goings on, to all the news, and we're totally bombarded by things on our phone. I mean, my phone doesn't stop going beep, 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 beep. And it's not necessarily the Telegram group. It's all the other groups, and it's the school group, and it's the, that group and the what group. So we are being definitely overwhelmed at the moment. And I think what's exciting though is to know you can make, now's the time to do big things. If you've just broken up with someone, or you've decided to change your job, or that's a decision you're going towards, I'm not advocating that you completely change your lives, but I think there's a marvelous energy at this time. And if you want to do amazing things, why not now? If not now, when? And I know in my own life, the reason I'm actually feeling a lot disjointed this evening, and I've taken off all my stuff. I can't find half my stuff, because of all the clearing and the painting and the chucking. Some things have been mislaid, yes, but or perhaps chucked out on accidentally on purpose, or I just cannot remember where I put them all. So yes, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, I think, and the moon, especially now in Sagittarius, it's big things. And I know the moon affects a lot of people. There's always the werewolf story. Awoo! And it's really, really, monumentous at this stage, and all sorts of people. The moon controls water, and we are 70% water. We have a lot of water in us, or you should. Help the brain function. Remember to drink your water, people, especially now during winter. I find I often forget. Yes, we have our coffee in the morning, and by the time 2 o'clock rolls round, you're sort of parched. Yes, parched, darlings, parched. All right. Yes, La Luna is channeling. This is what she's doing. She's embracing. Let's say hello to the fantastic people. Hello, Nico Nell, how are you? Hello, Martin Goat. Just put all the group notifications on mute, lol, and work on only looking at your phone at certain times. Do you plan your times, or is it only certain times? Whew, I don't know if it's just because I'm going through this big change in my life, but my phone was not stopping. And let's just say my employer is a kind of man that you don't waste his time, as it's so valuable. And he doesn't like it when you take your personal stuff. Not that I really have a set lunch hour either, or tea time, or break time, or any time during the day. But it's all good. He being a politician and all, it's rather hectic. Yes, especially for the Senator La Luna. Yes. So let's think. So now, and TG is looking at me like this is the first time he's actually in the zone. In fact, I don't know if you can just not see him, but it's kind of awesome learning how the stream works, learning how things happen. So are you feeling an overwhelming, I don't know if it's anxiety, if it's excitement, if it's waiting for a surprise to happen, or just knowing that something is just around the corner? I really feel this at the moment. I'm not sure why. It's maybe the third eye, but it's just it's this, and I don't want to sound like an astrology nut, but the stars are definitely on the move. Things are changing. It's definitely getting colder. We are in our winter and it's very cold. In fact, I need to do a weather check. Maybe we can do that before the show ends, because I've got a sneaky suspicion it's going to get very cold up here in Gauteng. How's the weather down in Cape Town, by the way? Apparently it always rains in Cape Town. But I mean, are you guys finding it a little more chilly? Is that sun beautiful? Is it out at all? Does it sneaky through? Yes, yes. And all right. So by the weather, they always say when you've got nothing to talk about, darling, talk about the weather. But I must say, South Africa does have some wonderful weather, and very strange, because we go from like cold in the mornings, hot in the afternoon. But I must admit, it's definitely not as hot as it has been in previous years. And it's definitely cooler, a lot quicker. Yes. Thank you, Ray Hay. Listen to me, Ray Hayes. Roy. Forgive me. Yes, what did I do? Yes, TG gave me a little bit of his potion this evening, so I've had a few tokes and I'm a bit, but it's all good. I'm glad you're here, Roy. Data issues suck. Big balls, ladies and gentlemen. Data issues suck. So I know last night our router, or in the morning actually, the router crashed. And TG was actually planned to make it part of his science experiment. Thank God he didn't. And we managed to salvage the thing and realize that a minor part. Thank you, the brew. If the brew is listening, you gave a clue. I actually thought it was this and thought I mentioned it to you. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to cough. Residual of Mary Jane. Yes. Okay. So, yes, the router. Oh no, that wasn't good. Thank God it landed on the pillow. The glass went down. Anyway, all right. Back to the topic at hand. So Wi-Fi and data and all these things that we actually have really taken for granted. TG. This is what was going on last night. So for all of you who saw him, there you see him again. There was a whole glass of yummy stuff. And it didn't make a noise. That's weird. That's bizarre. Ooh, energy flowing. Yes, I know, especially in South Africa. And I really want to say, I so appreciate you all for watching. I know our data costs in South Africa are astronomical, and everyone is feeling a little bit pinched at the moment, I'm sure. Financial things, you're either winning, you're either on top, or you're way at the bottom. So for me, I'm just grateful to be where I am. I'm not sure if it's good or bad, or I'm about to get into some serious doo-doo, but hopefully all will be well. Yes. Maybe I can get Mr. Joe, what's his name? Camino. I think it is. Always think of a car. But it's rather hectic because he really makes you go, oh my God, what have I done my whole life? I've used the plastic way too much. Yes, hold on. We have residual effect happening. Hold on 1 second. Oh, myself. It's TG's special vape. It gets you going, but it's very... What? What now? What wrong with the camera? It's blurry. Hold on. Sorry. Guys, this is really... It would almost seem disorganized, but I just feel all over the place. Totally all over the place. Yes. And they also have recommended, I think, the little voices in my head, that if you need to let go of stuff and detox, whether it's detoxing from social media, or I know a lot of people have been saying they're doing this, and gay gesundheit, good for you, or just trying to step back from all the nonsense that we actually really don't need. We really don't need to feel, and I know people want to feel engaged and part of a group, and I'm so appreciative to all of you, to all of you for taking the time to be with me. It means so much. So much. And I know I'm in character, and I don't want to break character, but as Ruthie, salam, and thank you. Yes, and I could say probably thank you in all the languages that I can possibly muster, but I won't do that to my little brain because it will hurt. Yes, but I think we do want to feel engaged. We obviously do want to be in part of something. Do you like my spaceship? Yes, her name's Jessie. Yes, that's my spaceship. I get in it and I whoop, teleport away. But yes, we won't do the teleportation thing this evening. We'll save that for another time. So right, so the moon, getting back to the sort of astrology of it, not the astronomy. There is a little bit of information on the astronomy of it all, but of course there's always DuckDuckGo and Google and all these amazing search engines that we can learn from. And I think when I think of Germ, I always think that he's a man of discovery. And he's a man who is searching to get the truth out there. And I think we are so bombarded at the moment with all the stuff that it's actually too much. Like I'm literally lately, especially today, I've just noticed I don't know if it's, like I say, it's sort of a mixture of anxiety and energy and amazing, like just waiting for something marvelous to happen. Also in trepidation. So when it does, I will reveal all. I am acquiring myself a rather large investment. Hopefully it's an investment. And one day we can do a show on whether South Africa has any interest in investment left. I still am a patriot. I still believe in Africa. I still believe it's an amazing place. I still resonate so much of Mother Earth here. It's the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful countries in the world. It's not like Australia's like beautiful around the coast, but in the middle it's like there's fuck all. There's nothing. I mean, I've never been there, but I can just imagine. Like obviously, and it's not so bad, but I guess it's like a rather red Karoo. And the people sort of all stick to the edge of it. It's kind of cool actually if you think about it. It's totally different. It's completely different to any like escarpment land place. And I have a friend who's immigrating there, and I hope it all goes well. I wish her a marvelous, peaceful, wonderful, incredible journey to do this with. It's her heart song. It's what she is gleaning at. It's her mission, and I wish her all the best for it. So yes, Lance, good luck, my angel. It will happen. It's going to happen, and you have the patience of Job, my dear. Yes. Right. So, is there anything I'm actually going to see? I have to check with Aim to be me. Her and I are going to perhaps bounce on something just now. We will see. So yes, so many things are changing, and like I said, and Moon is in Sagittarius with Sagittarius energy, which is a very go 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 energy, and that's sort of what's happening at this stage. Also, oh yes, I was talking about detoxification. If you need, forgive me, people, forgive me. This is how my brain works. This is ultimately how a woman's mind works. Exactly. Like you think to yourself, okay, she's dropped the issue now. She is not fighting with me anymore. Then literally 2 minutes later, blah, 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 blah. This is a woman's brain. This is a woman's brain that internalizes and vocalizes and expresses, or expresses and then vocalizes. So yes, it's kind of scary, I know, and the complexities of a woman. And I think all people are complex or simple. But like my dad used to say, in fact, yesterday was his birthday. It was indeed. And I wish him lots of peace where he is. Maybe he's come back as another creature or another being. Who knows? I actually think he's not in the realms. Maybe. He maybe came back to Earth yesterday. I've got a funny feeling. His soul has been reincarnated. So, yes, I wish him all the best on his new journey. Do you believe in reincarnation? I know I do. I have lived many lives, including this one. But I think this one has been my most blessed and abundant self. And it's been a journey for me. Let it pray that it continues. And it just... I'm just able to appreciate the present and the moment, even though I do not I know I have flaws, ladies and gentlemen. I go completely manic and completely. So yes, but these are a few of the things that I've been pondering. But I wish everyone solace. Like we were talking to, I was trying to get the word last night. Lazo solace. Yes, like solace, like just. And if it's solace, I don't wish you solace. I don't wish you to be alone, but I wish you to be content in your solace. That if you happen to be alone, and we all in this world maybe not necessarily alone. We don't remember our births. I think if you do, you're a remarkable human being. So few of us do. But and they say that you die alone. I think that's very sad. But I know in Professor Ryan Blumenthal's story, he basically intimates that most people die alone. A scary thought for some, not for others. Maybe that's a topic we can get into again. But I think as long as you value the present, it's been so hard to pull my little ass, okay, it's not so little anymore, dang it, out of a negative space, a negative journey. You have to, it's hard as AF. I don't want to tarnish Luna. It's very hard to bring yourself out of yourself. That makes any sense. To pull it, yes. And we're going through cook times, people. Terrible. Like there are there's been some crazy shit happening. And it's just not cricket. But you have to distance yourself and detox yourself and let go of stuff you cannot change. Like I realized with this load shedding, like it doesn't really help bitching about it. Do what you can to improve your situation if you're able to. And you can even assist someone else. Maybe you know someone who can't afford a pack of candles or whatever it is. Give someone a leg up. You know what? That helps. That actually does help. And I must be honest, lately I have sort of skipped the mark on it, I think, but I notice suffering so much more lately, which is very sad actually. But that's why I say, if you need help and you need something else, you can find it. You can give of yourself, and generally it comes back to you. So that's the energy just flowing there and just big. Like, so that my energy now is as big as the moon. And you can make your dreams come true. You can do it. You can. You decide you're going to do it. Let go of your fear. Embrace it. Take hold of it. Bite it if you have to and decide I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Because if I don't do it, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. Just go with it. As long as it doesn't hurt anyone, as long as it doesn't hurt yourself, do it. Yeah, I think, like, follow your dreams, people. Let go of your fears. Ask the girl out you want to ask. Decide you want to take a leap into getting fit. Decide to improve your life sort of more healthily. Like, I know I have to get off my ask. Yes, it's in my arse. It's so big, it's got a K in it. And it's a decision, and it's a decision for yourself. And I almost feel that with my journey, I'm doing one extreme, but I need to do the other because I don't work on myself and I don't try and it's going to cost me later. For sure. So yes, that is the idea. Now, so I don't know what's happening. So let me just click on this screen. And it's so weird because I go from StreamYards, which I control. And I actually enjoy it. It helps my like ADHD. It's like I'm doing something. I realize that's also what's different. Yeah, I swear the brain is an amazing thing. And I've got TG, and then there's Streamlabs, and that's just crazy. But yes, so I wanted to wish everybody a really, really good time for reflection. And this moon is so big, you could probably see your own reflection in it. Unfortunately, obviously, like Mr. Punisher said, we will not be able to view it. because we're not on that side of the earth, unfortunately. But it's kind of a very cool thing that happens, that our planets are all changing and that our earth is moving all the time, and life moves, and we have to move too. You cannot be stagnant. You cannot be stuck in your pool of nothingness. You have to keep changing, and it's cuck scary. It is completely scary to go into something new, or end something, or begin something. Any form of change is massive, massive. So I wish everyone like a really, really good time to do like this, and make a plan, have a plan, think about it, plan it. The first like successful thing to start doing is planning. And even if it's in your life, set goals. I'm hopefully going to be filling one of my life goals, but I think, and if it comes, if it does well, more success will come from it. There has to be better. It has to get better. And yes, there are times when you're down, and it's okay. It's cool. It's you need to just be in that space for a while. So that's how I feel about that. And I definitely know, I don't know what TG is doing, but I get paranoid when I look at him and he's looking at me. It's very weird. Yeah. It's like my biggest critic. Don't look at me. Like, I know why now producers sit behind booths. I know, because the presenter, whatever, gets distracted. Well, not all of them, but I think it's healthy once you get into it, then it's fine. But in the beginning, it's definitely distracting. So yes. So Roy says my data is lagging. I will have to deal with it when I get regular internet service hooked up again for my computer. All right. Well, trust me, you probably get same service same day you logged, because here in SA, good luck. No, it's I suppose it depends which service you provide, but generally, and always treat people good in the service industry. I find if you treat people well in the service industry and you understand they're also just a human being, you get a lot more cooperation. You don't just treat them like some doers that has to help me because I'm paying your salary. What a lot of crock. So yes, darlings, indeed. Right. I was watching a marvelous documentary on doggies, and I was looking at my doggie, and I have a Scottie. Well, she's actually not a pure Scottie. She's a cross. And it was so ironic, and I belong to lots of Scottie groups. And it's so funny how they all have the same mannerisms. They all do the same thing. Like they prefer to sit above, so they'll move to a couch, and then their schnauzers are the same. Excuse me, people. I don't know. It's that puff of something. I can't believe I put my how weird. I put my glass down. It falls, and it falls on the dog bed, just like crazy. And it's such a thin glass. Yes. I mean, maybe you're thinking about getting married or not married, and it's so important to decide and know what you want. Because if you don't, or know what you do not want, yes, darlings, know what you do not want. Because if you know that, then you can say, okay, I don't want someone who has a different religion to me, or doesn't believe in a certain way of life, or how you treat people. And it's just remarkable how once you decide on something and you put your mind to it, how quickly it comes. The inertia of everything just pulls you. It's remarkable. So yes. Hello, Brandon. It's Mr. Big Cheese. Hee. Yeah, it's Mr. Big Cheese. How was your day, Mr. Big Cheese? What's been happening? And Ronaldo, yeah. So what someone mentioned, put everything in Bitcoin, like Ronaldo. Well, look, listen. If I had the bucks to spare, I probably also would have done it, because last week or 2 weeks ago, everyone was Bitcoin bananas, like totally buy Bitcoin, buy it. I actually realized something today. So I was offered Bitcoin way in the beginning, and I think I've spoken about it. And I sort of think, in a way, I'm sort of mentally blessed by having not done it, because I think I would have kicked myself more. Now, listen to this, right? And this is how sometimes we can't see the situation for what it is, but perhaps by having not bought it, the decision that I would have made ultimately by having it, whether to sell, whether to buy something, whether to do something with it, I'd kick myself more for doing that second option than actually buying it in the first place. So in a way, I'm sure there's like a fable about this. There has to be. Like, I think isn't it Midas and his golden touch? What was that story again? I can't quite recall it right now. My far brain isn't working too well after that puff of, yes, I can't quite place it. But he loved gold so much that, was he renewed every day? I'm actually going to quickly, where's my little computer? And it's remarkable how he wanted it so badly, but everything he touched turned to gold. I mean, he loved his, whatever it was, his lover. And he loved her so much, but he couldn't touch her because he'd turn her into gold. I think in the end he did, if I recall some story like that. So Brandon asks, what do the stars have? You are very, very powerful at this time. So you are a Sagittarius. And I don't mean powerful, but I think your energy is way, way up there. If there's something you've been wanting to do, and I think you have been doing things, it's time. It's now. Stop procrastinating. Stop putting it off. Just do it. Yes. Again, it's the vape. Pardon? I don't know what, but that's basically the moon is in Sagittarius zone, and it's very powerful for you, and we have a lot of that energy. But yes, I'm going to hopefully be joining. In fact, I need to check, and to be me. I hope she is streaming. Indeed, I hope so. I really do. And we'll talk. I'll be back to normal. But yes, I was looking so forward to this, and with everything, I just feel unearthed because nothing is where it was. Well, not nothing, but it's all. If it was where it was, it's in a bit of a state, like it's organization in process, and it's also being in limbo. You know, it's kind of not here, not there, not knowing what's going to happen. You know, it's in fact, everyone needs, I think it's so cool to chant. Try do that. Try. I think it was Mountain Goat last night that said, if you need to shout at a rock, shout at a rock. If you need to talk to a tree, talk to a tree. It will relieve tension. Yes. That's it. I don't know. I think probably till the moon wanes, and yeah, then so you must get to it, Mr. Big Cheese. Get to it. Yes, but Luna will be back after all. The moon does appear once a month. Thank God. Isn't that actually amazing? That's how basically the Incas and all were able to establish time. I know. I mean, obviously, man. Jews, it all happened. It was all, the cycle. And the lunar bodies, or not the solar bodies, were our guidelines for people who were our guidelines on mathematics and our guidelines on time. It's actually incredible. Maybe one day, I'll do a stream on that Greek mathematician, a woman. Can't think of her name now, but I will. I watched a movie and I read up on a lot of her life. She was one of the first women, I think, astronomers to. I think she was one of the ones that discovered the Earth is actually round, according to her calculation. So yes. Anyway, people, I'm going to love and leave you. You have an amazing week, incredible, And so these are the things I'd like you to do. Detox, not now, perhaps over the weekend, starting next week. Decide you're cutting something negative, whatever's triggering you, out of your life. Slash, gone, be gone, away with you. Yes, and then I want you to take time to heal and be with yourself. Yes, do a lot of ooh, to a tree, to your dog, to your cat, whatever it is. A woo. Yes, and that's what I want you to do. And obviously make lists or write down your goals. Well, that works for moi. Write down the things you want to do. Start with 5 things, or even 2 or 3. And slowly you'll get your mind. And as you think about it, your mind will want to go for it and do it. And slowly. So yes. So good night, lovely people. Have a marvelous, marvelous week. And we will see you next Tuesday.